speaking to you from the capital of witchcraft here in India. And this village is called Mayong.
One mantra which is known as Mohini mantra, incantation. Mohini incantation. It is also known as Boshikaran mantra, which is used to bewitch other in order to control other. There are 4 types. This mantra is still continuing, and people are coming in search of these mantras also. There are 4 types of mantras.
I'm done with the activities of Delhi, and I'll be making my way out of Delhi today to the state of Assam. So that will be where I continue the Universal Spiritual Adventure project. That doesn't mean my few days in Delhi has been able to cover everything that Delhi has to offer and what is available to see in Delhi. In the future, I will surely visit Delhi again for different aspects of Delhi. So I will see you when I get to the state of Assam, Guwahati, and some other villages and cities of the state of Assam. God bless you and stay blessed. Hello, can I do online checking so that I don't go to the queue there?
Destination?
Guwahati.
B and C for domestic, so you may go there.
I'll go down to the B.
Yeah, B.
B.
B is in Bravo, C is in Charlie. You may go after D. Okay?
B and C.
B and C for domestic.
Welcome to the state of Assam. This is Guwahati. Thank God, no luggage for me to wait for. Just making my way straight out of the airport. And from there we then start our journey to a village called Mayong. So that is what is ahead of me right now. Even though the flight came a little bit late, but finally we are here now in Guwahati. God is good, Liberty people. So the journey of Universal Spiritual Adventure continues. I believe my taxi driver is waiting for me outside there. Just a matter of looking for my name. This is my driver here in Guwahati, and he's going to tell us his name.
My name is Abul Kalam Azad.
So Abu Kalam Azad, now we are traveling to
Mayong Pavitra.
Plus minus how many minutes or how many hours?
1.5 hours.
1.5 hours. So now, as I arrived in Assam State here in Guwahati, we're going straight to Mayong, which is going to take us, according to this my handsome driver, it's going to take us like 1.5 hours. So the journey begins from Guwahati. To the glory of God, I just made it to this village called Mayong. This is the village that I have heard a lot about. I have read a lot about. Even though it is dark now, we made it through to this place. From that Guwahati to where I am, I was told it was going to take like 1.5 hours. But unfortunately, the road is too narrow and a lot of traffic. So we finally arrived in this village that is called Mayong. But there is something, as I was saying, that is so interesting about this village called Mayong. I've read a lot about it and I've heard a lot about it, that this is the witchcraft capital of India. As a deliverance minister, I really want to see if everything that is being said about this village is true. That a lot of things happened in this village in the past, and that most of what happened in the past is still being practiced even today in this village called Mayong. I really want to know if what is being said about this village is true, that this is the capital of witchcraft, of black magic, of demonic power and presence. I want to know if this is true, Why is this village known to be the head when it comes to witchcraft in India? This is why I am here in this village. I'm going to meet people who will be willing to tell us all that we must know about this village. Good morning, Liberty people. This is me speaking to you from the capital of witchcraft here in India. When I arrived yesterday, it was very, very late. Everywhere was dark as a result of the flight that was delayed from Delhi to Guwahati in the state of Assam. So we finally made it here, but it was very, very dark. There was nothing much I could do that yesterday. Now, the interesting part of it, though, is that I expected that if one comes to the capital village of witchcraft in the whole of India, this place is quite popular for black magic, converting people to animals. This place is quite popular when it comes to black magic and witchcraft and all these demonic activities. So I expected that my first night in this village was going to be a kind of battle night, because now you have stepped into the territory of witchcraft and, of course, the capital village of witchcraft. But to be quite honest, it was a very wonderful night. It was a very peaceful night. It was a very good sleep that I had in this place. But don't let me speak too soon around that issue of witchcraft activities. I'll be making my way to the inner part of this village and to some unusual spots within this village that is regarded as the capital village of witchcraft in India. So today is going to be another day entirely. This is the accommodation prepared for me by my contact here in India. And it was a good night, I would say. So very, very soon, myself and the driver will make our way to those places that I believe we are going to be told, we are going to see, and we are going to learn what will make one to be closer to God. Liberty people, seek liberty, and liberty only. Let no power, let no one, let no authority, let no principality make you a man of no liberty and a woman of no liberty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Liberty people, as I prepare to embark on my journey to uncover the mysteries of Mayong, India's witchcraft capital, locals suggested that I visit the nearby Popitora Wildlife Reserve, also known as Rhino Park. So I decided to take a detour to experience the safari. So we are on our way to the game reserve here in Mayong, accompanied by the forest guard.
This century is mainly is a rhino.
Rhino, this one
another
here.
This no tiger, no lion.
Okay.
100 plus rhino this century.
100.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. How long have you been working in this reserve? How many years?
14.
14 years.
This century is our service.
Okay. 14 years.
Yeah.
With the forest guard department.
Yes.
Okay. You like it?
Yeah, I
like
it. I like it.
I mean, it's better than going to the war to go and fight as a soldier. So you are better off staying with the animals and going with tourists. It's better, isn't it? Those ones are from Siberia?
Yeah. Another, yeah. The wild boar.
Okay, that one there. But to be quite honest, my heart still belongs to South Africa when it comes to safari experiences. You know, as a leading nation in Big Five sightings, South Africa offers numerous opportunities to witness diverse wildlife up close. Because if you look at the video, I could barely see most of the animals. They were all very far from where we were. But in South Africa, it's a complete different situation. These Big Five, you see them up close, different locations within South Africa. So I would give that to South Africa. So nonetheless, my experience was an unforgettable one, and it was good that I visited that Popitora Wildlife Reserve. So let me continue with the video as I begin to explore the mysteries of Mayong, which is India's witchcraft capital. Making my way to Mayong Museum, where I believe this place will be able to give us the insight into the past and some of the evidence of the practices of this place in the past. So I'm at the Museum of Mayong now. Hello, how are you? It's good. Okay. Right inside the museum, here in Mayong, just some few items that I would like to quickly tell you about what these items are pointing to concerning the past of this village, which is referred to or regarded as the capital of witchcraft in India and the capital village of dark powers. So, few items that I will be pointing at, and I will quickly tell you about them and what they did in the past or what they were used for in the past. So now the first one, these swords right before me were being used by two brothers who were both practitioners of magic and witchcraft. They were worshippers of the Lord God Indra and followed the custom of visiting Lord Indra once every year so as to ensure that their power of magic remained intact. As the time of visit to Lord Indra approached, they would construct a chariot with red reeds and proceed to the place of Lord Indra carrying a dako. Dako means this sword. Now, to return at night after 3 days. But before leaving for the abode of that Lord Indra, they would have instructed their family members and neighbors alike that no one should be seen outside at the time of their return. For at that time, they would be in a trance and would kill whosoever they find with this sword, dako. They would have been in another realm altogether. So anyone found anywhere blood of such an individual or individuals would be what they would drink. So, and before they regain their senses, a lot would have happened, including killing their family members and drinking their blood. So, in case they fail to see a human being on their return, what they would then do is to cut a planted tree and drink the juice coming out of the stem of this tree. This is the manner in which they kept their magical powers intact. So that would be number one item that I want to explain. You see the shell of a tortoise. Obviously, it is for a purpose when it comes to witchcraft, and you see different materials that are now preserved, like the head of a rattlesnake. You see the tail of a porcupine. They also have this cowrie being used to charm snakes. Different witchcraft materials for witchcraft purposes are preserved in this museum.
Use the black magic also.
This one.
This one. All of them.
The black magic
Black
materials.
magic use.
Okay. The next one here is this man. I am told that in his time, this man in this picture here, this particular picture is very popular here in the museum. The man you are looking at possessed the black magical power when he was alive and when he was living in this village of Mayong. And what was the power doing? It was a black magical power to convert human beings to animals. Whatever animals he wanted them to become or to be converted to, this is the man right there who was converting people to animals when he was in this village, the village of Mayong. The picture of the man is there for all eyes to see that truly there is that which is called dark power. I had the privilege of interviewing a local practitioner of traditional magic whose photograph is exhibited at the Mayong Museum. He generously shared his insights and personal experiences with black magic and witchcraft. With conviction, he confirmed the existence of supernatural powers and invisible entities that manifest in various ways. He recounted a chilling experience where he witnessed a person being lifted into the air, chair and all. Divine explanation. His profound understanding of spirituality resonates deeply with the biblical verse Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, which lamentably states, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. I fervently wish that everyone could possess a deeper understanding of spirituality and harness the transformative power of spiritual warfare." His insightful explanation underscored a profound truth. One is either aligned with the light or succumbs to darkness. There is no middle ground. To this man, Mayong is a supernatural village. People come from all over the world to him in seeking of spiritual help through this medium of using what is called white magic. White magic. So they don't call it black magic here, they call it white magic. But this thing still goes in the direction of certain rituals, certain materials being put together in the name of helping people. So this is the man, and that is what he has said in his local language, which is being interpreted by my driver. Thank you. So not too far from my hotel, I began to hear a kind of chanting going on. So I stepped out of the hotel to see what could that be. And I saw a gathering of women engaged in a traditional prayer ritual known as puja. What I saw resonated with what Liberty People Channel is all about. It's all about universal spiritual adventure, uncovering the spirituality of nations, meeting incredible people, and visiting unusual places. So I moved closer. What struck me most, however, was the unwavering dedication displayed by these devotees towards their deity. The gathering, conveniently located near my hotel, allowed me to observe their unrelenting commitment as they offered prayers and sacrifices for over 6 hours without respite. Notably, both young and old participants sat on the floor, uncomplaining and unhurried, their focus solely on their spiritual practice. As a Christian pastor, I must acknowledge that this ritual was far removed from my own faith tradition. Nonetheless, I was deeply moved by the profound devotion and love these women exhibited towards their beliefs. As I continue my exploration of Mayong village, I had the privilege of meeting Dr. Kuponat, a distinguished senior lecturer at Mayang Achalik College. His exceptional wisdom and insight proved invaluable, offering me a deeper understanding of the village and its secrets.
Take your seat.
Thank you so much. So I'm asked to see you,
About Mayong.
Mayong, because personally I've heard a lot about Mayong,
Okay.
about the past of Mayong, what happened in the past,
Okay.
in terms of black magic, witchcraft, witch doctors.
Okay.
So that is why I'm here
Okay.
to speak to you about it.
Basically, Mayong is famous as a land of magic.
It's a land of
magic.
magic.
Magic. But there are two types of magic. One is black magic and the other is white magic.
Okay.
The black magic practices were also practiced in Mayong in the past, from times immemorial to mankind. The practices of magic, both black and white magic, has been continuing in Mayong. And since 7th, 8th century, these types of we have the evidences from 7th, 8th centuries about the magical practices of these areas. Black magic practices are used for harmful purposes and to do some impossible deeds also. In order to fly, in order to become invisible,
Yes.
practices are also included. Black magic means harmful practices, and we have surveyed in our locality and have found more than 400 manuscripts on magic practices, both in black magic and white magic practices.
Okay.
There are so many techniques that the magicians of early Mayong have used in order to do some impossible deeds or to harm others. Different types of cloths and used by their victims, and by applying some mantras or incantation over such ingredients, and they put these magical ingredients under the earth where their victims resides in order to harm them. Thumuriban mantra. Thumuriban mantra means it is a type of incantation which is used to shoot invisible arrow like a knife in order to harm others.
Yes.
And there were also the use of Tekeliban mantra. Tekeliban mantra, it is a type of incantation which is used to shoot invisible arrow like a pitcher in order to harm others. There were also mantras like Zorban, which is used for causing fever to their victims. There are also mantras like Gohoniban, Zorban, Bihban. Gohoniban means which is used for causing dysentery to others. Bihban means it is a type of incantation which is used to cast pain to others. There is also mantra like Kamban mantra, which is used to cast the passion of sexual desires to others. Kamban mantra. We have also found Atma Bandhani mantra in order to confine human soul. We have also found Lukki mantra also. Lukki mantra, it is a type of incantation which is used to become invisible. And there was also a mantra named Uran mantra, which is used for flying. One mantra which is known as Mohini mantra. It is also known as Bosikaran mantra, which is used to bewitch other in order to control other. There are four types. This mantra is still continuing. Okay. And people are coming in search of these mantras also. There are four types of mantras. One is Mel Mohini. Mel Mohini, which is used to win in a trial, like court also. Okay. Mel Mohini mantras. And one mantra is Raj Mohini. Raj Mohini is used to bewitch the officer of higher rank. If you wish to promote from one step to other by controlling your officers in a higher rank, then you can use Raj Mohini. Still continuing. And one is Istri Mohini. Istri Mohini is used by male persons in order to bewitch female persons. And other is Purukh Mohini. Purukh Mohini is used by female person to bewitch male.
Wow.
And these practices are continuing.
And it's still continuing.
It's still continuing.
And it's working.
Working.
That mantras,
yeah.
Does it go with sacrifices or you just speak it?
Some sorts of religious practices and worshipping methods are included with it.
Okay. You have to do some things along with it.
When you go to practice these mantras, you have to do some
things, sort of sacrifice here and there. Okay. No.
Magicians of early Mayong could transform the leaves of trees into fishes, and they could also transform men into animal like pigs, tigers, etc. But such type of practices had already disappeared from this place. But the practices of white magic, which is used for beneficial purposes, in order to solve some day-to-day problems and needs of the people, in order to solve some social, mental, physical imbalance or disease or ailments. Such type of practices which are used for welfare of the societies are still continuing. Is the
village better now than when it was fully involved in magical dark practices and things like that? Is it better now?
Better. So, since the black magic practices have no more today,
yes.
With the help of white magic practices, our society still live in peace. Witchcraft practices and black magic not good.
It's not good.
The magicians of today's Mayong also say like this, that they have already left out such type of practices because they are not good for the society.
Not good for the society.
So they have tried to keep only the white magic practices which are useful for the societies.
If somebody comes to you and say there is no such a thing as witchcraft, no witchcraft, no black magic, is a lie, it's not true. What are you going to tell them?
It is 100% true. In today's Mayong, we have the history of black magic.
Witchcraft is real.
Witchcraft. Yes,
It's
yes.
real.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft destroys lives, destroys
Yeah.
people.
But we have the manuscripts and evidence. We have to do some research in those
Into it,
practices.
okay.
In those practices. So we, the new generation, have tried to take steps in order to preserve these practices and in order to revive these practices, which are still continuing. So that because from tourism angles also, because tourists have come to visit this place in search of magical practices also for future generations. Actually, the research activities do not take place so deeply on those practices. People say that these are superstitions, these are not scientifics, but still these practices are still continuing. So we are trying to preserve this. We have also established a museum also in order to preserve these practices, magical history and civilization of this area. But the practices of black magic had already disappeared from this place.
Liberty people. So this is Dr. Kutponat, who has given me the in-depth information concerning the past of Mayong and the present of Mayong and what they anticipate concerning the future of Mayong. Everything that you want to know about Mayong has come from Doctor, and I really appreciate him for his time to give us the information needed, which I believe is going to be of a benefit to the society and all the subscribers of this channel. My journey to this village has taught me a profound lesson that growth requires us to venture beyond our comfort zones. Mayong is notoriously known for its association with witchcraft and black magic, but my experience revealed a more nuanced reality. Beneath the surface, I discovered a community of warm, dedicated, and genuine people. Notably, I did not find a single church in the village, which led me to reflect on Romans 10:14-15. The passage poses a poignant question. How can they call on the one they have not believed in? And how can they believe in the one of whom they have not heard? And how can they hear without someone preaching to them? It highlights the importance of sharing the message of Christ. I couldn't help but wonder, has anyone been sent to Mayong to spread the good news? The people of Mayong are receptive and loving, and it is clear that they need to hear the message of hope and redemption. Liberty people, in my previous video, Universal Spiritual Adventures, led me to Mayong. Welcome to the state of Assam. This is Guwahati. To the glory of God, I just made it to this village called Mayong. This is the village that I have heard a lot about. I have read a lot about.
We have also found Lucky mantra also. Lucky mantra, it is a type of incantation which is used to become invisible. And there was also a mantra named Uran mantra, which is used for flying. One mantra which is known as Mohini mantra. It is also known as Bosikaran mantra, which is used to bewitch other in order to control other. There are 4 types. This mantra is still continuing, and people are coming in search of these mantras also. There are 4 types of mantras.
Village in India, notoriously known as the witchcraft capital of India. What struck me as peculiar was the absence of churches and other prominent places of worship commonly, found in many other countries. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to embark on a search for a church in the area, eager to understand the dynamics at play and what might be contributing to this notable absence.
गिर्जाলৈ যোৱা ৰাস্তা কোনটো গিৰ্জা ঘৰ
Good morning, Liberty people. In Mayong, the village that I came to, today is Sunday. No church to fellowship there within Mayong village. So the nearest church to Mayong is over an hour in another village. So the church is located in a village also named Mayong. We should not be confused with the infamous Mayong village, known as the Witchcraft capital of India. Our journey to this village took approximately 1 hour, 30 minutes. So that is where I am now, and I'll be making my way to the church, which is the closest to that village of Mayong.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught.
So after the service in the church, I was able to meet with the pastor, and the pastor has brought me to this I would refer to as the mission house close to the church, where I'll be able to ask the pastor a few questions about the ministry, some challenges, and what is it that he wants us to know about this church. So I'm with the pastor now, and the interview will start within the next few seconds. I'm with the pastor of this church, and I'm going to be asking him some few questions and possibly some of the headers of the church as well. Would you tell us your name?
My name is Rhino Kathar.
Is it pastor?
Yes, pastor.
Okay. And what's the name of this church?
Mayong Baptist Church.
Mayong
Baptist Church.
Okay. How long have you been pastoring this church?
28 years.
28
Years, pastor.
in this church?
Yes.
So who has been supporting you? Support from outside India or within India?
No support.
No support? Okay. So what are some of the challenges that you are facing here as a pastor in this Mayong?
Unity or financially problem or evangelism a problem.
Okay, these are the challenges. Evangelism, financial problems,
unity.
Unity. You mean unity?
Unity.
Or in the church?
In the church.
In the church or in the village?
Yes.
Okay. So unity is also a challenge, as the pastor is mentioning. Now, let me ask you this. In Mayong, where I was, or where I came from, I came from, which is like 1 hour plus to get here. No church there.
No.
No church in that Mayong.
Hi.
Is there any reason for that? Because I heard about
related.
no church in that Mayong there.
But that Mayong and this Mayong, not related.
This Mayong and that Mayong.
But name is same.
This village.
Yes, yeah.
This village is what?
This village name also Mayong,
It's also Mayong.
but there is no related.
It's different.
Yes, different.
Different. Because that one there, we are told about witchcraft, told about black magic power.
Yes.
Yes, there Mayong is a black music. Yes, music
Black
power.
magic.
Yes, yes,
Power.
yes.
But there is not.
Okay, so
Very famous.
why is there no church there? Is it because of the is it because of the black magic power that there is no church there?
Maybe,
Because of the
maybe there is not got a message. Maybe I'm not sure.
God
okay.
says there.
So can you go there to be a pastor?
I will try.
You can try to go there to be a pastor because there is no church there. Are people afraid of Mayong there? Are people scared to go there?
No.
No one is afraid.
We are also visited before, but like a tourist, but trip.
Okay.
But we are not going to message, give message, or Bible message.
Do you go there to do evangelism?
We can try.
Evangelism there.
We can try.
But you've not done evangelism there.
Yeah, no, we are not going to evangelism
You
there.
don't know evangelism there. Okay, because I think that place might need evangelism. But there is no church, there is no fellowship, there is
Maybe
nothing
I'm
there.
not sure, but maybe there is not visited any evangelism.
Yes,
Till now.
up to now.
Now also, that's why they are not got a message also.
I think the mercy of God is for everyone and it's for all of us. But there must be people who are willing to take the gospel there. Somebody must go there. Some people must go there. Some evangelists must go there to evangelize the villagers for them to also see, the other side of God and a very beautiful side of God. So if you are wondering why can't I, as a pastor, also go to the village, let me offer two key considerations. Firstly, spiritual endeavors require being led, equipped, and sent by God. It is essential to discern God's will and timing for such missions. Secondly, in some areas, language barriers and cultural nuances make local individuals the most effective ambassadors. However, this doesn't preclude me from participating in evangelism efforts. I can still contribute by supporting local missionaries and those actively engaged in spreading the gospel. So that is what I wanted to ask the church here. Are you married, Pastor?
Yes.
How many children? Two. Are they here? Okay, let me see the.
Thana, eko thana.
This is the.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Okay, this is one of the children of the pastors. Your name? Redeemer.
Yes.
Redeemer. Fantastic name. Where is the other one? The other child?
Another one is not coming.
It's not here today. Okay.
Going to Guwahati.
It's gone to. Is a boy or a girl? A boy. A boy.
It's one boy, one.
One boy, one girl. So he's going
one
to.
girl, sir.
It's going to Guwahati. Thank you, Pastor. I appreciate your hospitality. Who is the assistant pastor here?
Assistant pastor in Hotel Budo.
No.
There is no assistant pastor.
So is pastor doing the work alone?
Yes.
Only pastor.
Only pastor.
Yes.
Working.
Yeah.
He's working 28 years.
20
8 years.
alone.
Alone, yes.
Wow.
In the beginning, 1996
1996.
to 2024.
Liberty people, this pastor has been doing the work of the ministry for 28 years alone, without any support, without any contribution from outside. This is where I believe God's interest is really deep, because a man in this village is doing the work of God in an environment where not many churches, not many pastors. I think such a man deserve support from each and every one of us. God. I'm going to be a blessing to the pastor today in my own little way. It is well with us in Jesus' name. Liberty, liberty, and liberty alone. Pastor, I'm going to bless you. Just a token for doing the work of God. I don't have, what is it called, rupee here. So, but I'm going to give you these dollars. This is a support. It's a token.
Thank you.
So just continue with the good work that you are doing. God bless you in Jesus' name. So I'll be making my way out of this place now. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Can you sit for
Okay.
something?
I should sit.
Yeah.
You want me to sit? Okay.
Take some tea, okay?
Some tea in the church of God. Why not? Okay. I will do so. I will do
In
so.
our India, mainly in Assam, we are very famous to take tea when someone comes.
To visit. To visit. Okay. So this, you've seen Russia before? Finland. So this is the first time from South Africa?
Yes, you are the first time.
First time from South Africa? And first time from Nigeria? 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 First time? Okay. I think it's the beginning of good things to come to the church and to the pastor of this church. No sugar. No sugar. Wow. Liberty people, I was profoundly moved by the warm hospitality of the church community. Initially, to be quite honest, my intention was simply to attend the church service, ask the pastor some questions, and thereafter be a blessing in my own humble way. But the kindness I received far exceeded my expectations. The offer of tea and biscuit felt like being given what I would refer to as precious platinum and gold, as if I had not tasted tea and biscuits before. Because when you find yourself in a place where genuine love is expressed, you will feel it and you will know. As a heartwarming gesture, I was also presented with a gift in appreciation of my visit. The gift is the shawl around my neck. This is incredible. I am deeply grateful for the love and kindness shown by these wonderful people in the village where the church is located. Liberty people, the ultimate for me is to extend the love of Christ not only among us as Christians, but unto everyone created by God, even as we remember them in our prayers for redemption, peace, and joy. Love to you all. Don't forget to subscribe. And see you in Guwahati, where my next video is coming from. Liberty is your portion.